is our wilted cabbage slaw with apples. Something a little bit different. Now, I did cut up a head of cabbage earlier this evening. A head of cabbage does make a lot. But I'm going to cheat a little bit. Normally you would use 3 bags of this, or you can use less or more, whatever you like. Just a little bit of oil. I said about a tablespoon, somewhere thereabouts. You're just going to kind of wilt this cabbage down. What I like about this is the angel hair coleslaw mix. It's only cabbage. We made how many of y'all remember the cabbage recipe we did with, what was it, half and half in it? We made a real creamy recipe. We use this. This cooks super quick, so it won't even take 5 minutes to cook this. The other cabbage took about five minutes or so. I had a lot in the skillet, so it took a little bit longer, but not much more than that. But we're going to cheat a little bit with this. I just wanted to show you this, so we have some new people, and I use this a lot. You can make good fried cabbage in minutes with this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And this is good if you not everybody in your house likes cabbage. You know, you could use 3 bags of this, you could use 1 bag of this. It's totally up to you. I am a cabbage eater, my husband is, but that's it in their entire house. Nobody else does cabbage. So this is a great way to go. All right. Wash me a spoon real quick. That's heating up. That's a lot of cabbage when you look at it. All right. Well, we're going to let that kind of warm there just a second because it's going to be a little bit slower than I want it to be. I didn't tell you about the caraway seeds, so we're just going to improvise without it. We're going to make our little dressing. Very, very simple, very, very quick. 5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Half a teaspoon of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. That's it. It's that easy. We'll mix that up. Okay, I hear it trying to go now. I shouldn't have been so impatient. We were talking about vinegar the other day. We had a guy that had read it online, and he said, I read that if you drink apple cider vinegar, all this stomach virus and stuff going around, it'll help keep it away or help make you better. I said, you can't drink apple cider vinegar, or you can't drink vinegar just by drinking it down. I said, you just don't want to swallow it down. Your body won't let you. Well, he did it. And I kept telling him before he did, I said, mix it in some warm water, mix it in something. And I had an aunt that drank it. She drank it every day for stomach problems, and she said it kept you better. I mean, there's 101 uses for vinegar itself, but she drank it every day and swore by vinegar. But anyway, everybody in his house was sick, and he's sick, but he's not as sick as they were, so maybe. But I kept trying to tell him not to drink that. You can't drink that straight down. He was like, oh, it'd be all right. It's just 2 tablespoons. I'm like, okay, go ahead. He found out. All right. I've got 2 apples that I have cut up, diced up. I have left the skins on them. You can take them off if you want. I put a little bit of lemon juice on those. Cut up a couple of green onions. Okay, we're almost there. I'm sorry, our stove is just a little bit slow. You'll be there in just a second. It's about wilted down. And this is better after we combine it all together, and you pour that dressing on to let it sit about 30 minutes, so it'll kind of take on that some of that flavor from the vinegar. But this kind of lets out some of that sugar in the cabbage when you put it in the skillet. So it is a different kind of slaw. But I thought this would be a little bit different than corned beef and cabbage, like most people make. Some people do sweet potatoes with corned beef. But most of the time people do corned beef and cabbage, cabbage and potatoes. Sometimes corned beef and apples, but most part we kind of stick to the same. All right, we're almost there. Well, let me go ahead and show you what our other one looks like. I haven't tossed it around in a few minutes. Got the scallion on top. This is, you could always add a little more color to it. You could always add some other red apples. These have a pink lady and a Gala apple in it. And we're going to slice a few apple slices on top. But that's your hot cabbage. Well, it's not hot, but it's cabbage slaw with apples. Wilted cabbage, that's the correct term. Most of the time you never hear about wilted cabbage. You only hear about wilted lettuce. We're all hoping for that these days, those warm days ahead, to have it. All right. I think we're just about there. Just want to break it down just a little bit. All right. And I apologize, our stove is just a little bit slower than probably yours at home. There went my spoon. Not been my day, if you can tell. Not at all. Oh, there's another one. All right. We're going to set this in here. Now you can put this in a pretty salad bowl or other container. If you use the full amount, it does take up quite a bit of space. This is something good to take to a social, church social or shower or whatever. It's because it will feed quite a few people, and that's what I like. I'm always talking about that. All right, we're going to put our apples in. We're going to put our onions in. We're going to toss that together. May have done that a little bit backwards. Okay. You could always, throw in a little bit of red pepper in here or something if you want a little more color, a little carrot. This is pretty good the way it is. Little sugar, I always think that, but the apple gives a little bit of that sugary taste to it. And then you just let this stand. But this is something great to have out, in the summertime. You've grilled and you want to have something just a little bit different. Here you go. And that's our wilted cabbage with apples. Anybody have any questions? Nope? Well, that's our class tonight. That's how quick it went tonight. All right.